Carlos and Dave, Anime Rave.
You ain't got no game, and you ain't got no life, son.
Episode 1 just started in April, and we are going to do our reactions to it.
Yes, no game, no life. Suggested to us by Dragon Slayer 9. Shoutouts to Dragon Slayer 9. I'm not sure if the 9 is part of that, or if it was someone I spoke to on SRK. I'm getting old, Dragon Slayer. My memory's going. I apologize. But thank you for the suggestion. We went and read the premise to No Game, No Life. Thought it sounded kind of intriguing.
At least better than 9/10 of the shit that were also coming out this spring.
We were looking at the spring anime list, and there are two things that people who promote anime on either side of the ocean don't know how to do. Okay? They don't know how to write a summary, a compelling summary, to save their life.
Well, let me guess. And a trailer.
They can't do a fucking trailer to save their life. Go to Anaplex's site and watch the trailer for Kill la Kill. It is gonna put you to sleep.
Really?
Because it's so boring.
I never saw the trailer.
We watched it here. I was ranting about the trailer here. Remember? They showed Ryuko, they showed Satsuki, they showed and the big battle's about to begin. Oh, way to hype the strong points of the show.
Right.
Yeah.
See, it was so...
Do you know how you...
It was so bad, it was just totally didn't stick.
That show was so rife with marketing potential, and that's the trailer they make?
Yeah. Terrible.
And look, I'm a professional copywriter. I'm a copywriter by day. I write technical and marketing copy all the time. So maybe that's biasing me when I see a summary that is written like schlock. But fuck, learn how to write a compelling summary. Learn to entice in your summaries, anime summary writers, wherever you are. Anywho. No game, no life. Right, title.
Let's see how this is gonna go. Wow, 1,200 players killed by 4. Gotcha.
Okay, it's really annoying when now that Hollywood movies are doing the whole shaky cam thing, forgetting that us having a nice, clear, smooth view of the action is paramount, and doing the whole shaking the camera thing to simulate the tension. But now that I see anime doing it, I'm getting a little peeved. Because one of the... Look, I'm an anime hater, man. But one of the strong points of the genre is that they don't have to do that. And then here's this stupid shaky piece of crap shaking all the time. You notice this from the show already?
You know something? The effect doesn't even register on me anymore. Games do it, TV shows do it, movies do it. My eyes have adjusted. I literally, until you pointed that out, I didn't know.
This shit has got to stop, man. That's not, like, yeah, okay, yeah, that's a point against, but that's a point against everything everywhere these days.
Yeah, I've adjusted, so it doesn't even register for me.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for pointing that, because now I'll see it. Sounds like nerds to me.
Do you have any nerds?
No, I don't.
Fuck, I need to pop some sugar in my mouth.
This isn't Steins Gate. You shouldn't already need brain food.
You don't need brain food for Steins Gate. You need a fucking, lobotomy so you could stop processing information.
I don't know, I'd have...
9, 10 monitors.
No. She's using the ones in the bottom. He's using the ones on top.
I will admit, I wouldn't mind having those if a really good TIE Fighter sim came out again.
Oh, but for the TIE Fighter sim, you have to have a 3x3.
Yeah, you need a 3x3 for TIE Fighter.
Just saying. But I wouldn't mind that, because I'd have the game right here, right in front of me, and then I'd have all the...
all the porn right on the side.
If I needed it, sure, but on the side have all of the quest information, the easy routes, loot, everything else.
The porn.
Sure, porn.
These two seem a little close.
Just a bit.
Do you ever get the feeling that Sora and Shiro are when nobody's looking, having deep, insightful conversations?
Sure. Yes. You won at chess, so you must be a loser. What?
Don't look at me, man!
We're watching a Persona game.
I told you not to click that link, it was a virus! Pretty messed up one, too.
いくらあると思ってんの？互いが対等と判断したものをかけないとゲームは成立しないのよ。
名役その3だったか？そうだな。俺ら2人を好きにしていいっていうのはどうだ？売ろうが捨てようが構わない。
本気？本気。
ゲームはポーカー1回勝負。どうする？
No amount of skill in the world is going to save you if you get the duddest fucking hand and your bluff is not called. Don't play a single hand, play 10. That'll determine, or more, that'll determine which one of you is better. A single hand you could lose by dumb luck.
Yep.
Yeah. Again, writers of a show who think a little too highly of themselves.
Yeah, it is poor writing, because you...
It's still infinitely better than Steins Gate, though.
Yes, but the bottom line is you're right. They're not act like normal people would. Even if you come out and say, well, these guys aren't normal and they think so highly of themselves, the characters, it doesn't matter. Obviously, because they are so good, they have a level of intellect to not do that.
Well, the other thing is that they could be arrogant. I'm trying to make excuses. I think the point here is these two kids are shut-ins and don't really get the world, and hey, the world's a cool place, and maybe they're going to touch on that, and they're going to go, hey, the world is actually hard mode, and trying to retreat from it is easy mode. I don't know. Yeah, but still really stupid to bet your own bodies and souls on a single hand of fucking poker.
Agreed.
任せとけ。駆け引きは兄ちゃんの領分だ。
How are negotiations his specialty if he's a fucking social outcast shut-in? How are negotiations his specialty if he doesn't know how to talk to people? Yeah, he may be feeling a jolt of confidence from being in a world he wants to be in now, but he doesn't suddenly get these social skills. As a former, really antisocial person, I know full well that it takes a long time to build these skills. It does not just happen.
The problem here isn't that they're just pulling these skills out of their ass. They haven't given us anything to go on as far as how they could have these skills.
Maybe he's a retired at 18 CEO of a company or something. You never know with these Japanese kids. So what did you think?
I know you're gonna hate me for saying this, but I don't think I've got an idea, but I could see some proper, almost spiral wordplay coming.
So, I'll tell you what I think. And before I do, let me just make very clear that even if I dislike something someone has suggested, that should not dissuade them from suggesting things. I like seeing new things, even if I end up not liking them. I almost want to say that this is another type of show that's written by people who think who think they're smarter than they are. There have been a few elements of it that make me think that it's actually okay. That make me go, no, actually, there's in a way, it's kind of unapologetically saying, hey, these two kids are just fucking deviants who aren't gonna fucking survive long in the real world, and they found this fantasy world that's more suited to them. So what the hell? Why not just indulge in this? And I can appreciate that. However, there are a few really gaping holes. They were playing some kind of RPG against 1,200 players, and I don't buy for a second that in anything with levels and with the other team clearly cheating, they could have possibly won. Nor is chess quite the way they broke it down. Actually, traditional chess is very inherently flawed in that white has a very distinct advantage, and most chess games are white playing to win, black playing to draw. So, the idea that these are two uber prodigies who just get everything kind of clashes with how human beings really are, and the way to describe some of these games are just a little bullshit. So, on the other hand, it's kind of like they get that. So I'm torn, but leaning towards not being impressed.
That's fair enough. I think there's promise here, but I think much like our original idea with Steins Gate, I'm willing to give it a second episode, but if it hasn't done a proper hook and improved, key turned.
I don't know. I think the hook is already out there. I think.
Well, the hook is there, but I mean a hook to keep you going without feeling.
I'm gonna give it this praise. Okay, they didn't spend that much time in the real world. They didn't feel like Steins Gate to fucking meander about with pointless dialogue for half an episode. The dialogue. Yeah, there were a few lines that were throwaway, but not too many. Like, the writing was a lot more concise. They got to the point right away. And in fact, in some cases, the writing was so concise that when something was kind of out of place, like, the female player at the beginning, she being like, oh, they must be real interesting, I wonder what they're like. You know, that's kind of, that seems really out of place. It's like, oh, an animator wanted to see a boob jiggle. And speaking of which, that girl's, Shiro... So odd, because one of the Edmonton fighting game community guys is Shiro, and he is not a little 11-year-old girl. That little girl, Shiro, she is 11 years old, okay? And they were panty-shotting the shit out of her in this show.
I noticed.
There's a little real perverted side of me that's like, ugh. And the much more rational side that's going, ugh.
Yeah, I don't think I go quite with the perverted side. That just makes me uncomfortable because really that's just sexualizing minors, and I'm not cool with that.
Yeah, and it's not even sexualizing like okay, this is gonna sound horrible, but maybe if she had hit puberty, but she's 11.
Yeah,
and
no.
Like the fact that like it was not missed because they made damn well sure to throw it in my face, right?
It wasn't needed.
It was wildly unneeded.
Yeah.
Especially since these two have a complicated and possibly incestuous relationship. We don't need her to be... And she's a social shut-in, right? Like this 11-year-old girl should not be our fan service center. Jesus fucking Christ, even Yoko is older than her.
I'm gonna give them one bonus on this one, in that most animes that wanted to really flaunt that would have stripped both characters on the way in.
Oh, okay, fine, but we can't go, oh, well, they didn't go further and just put her in a fuck harness. No, the fact is that it happened. They still fucking were like, hey, here's some 11-year-old camel toe to start your episode off there, you horny fucking otaku shitheads. And this is a big issue. A lot of anime these days is made for otaku shut-ins who don't know what good fiction is. Steins Gate. But it seems like in this show only half of it is for them and the other half is not. But that's still half too many.
We'll see after a second episode.
I'm willing to give it a second episode for sure. And like I said, to Dragon Slayer 9 shoutouts, even though I wasn't a fan of this, I'm not sure I'll become a fan. Please continue suggesting. What do you give this out of 3 pi? Okay, while you're thinking about it, I am going to give it 3 pi over 2 out of 3 pi.
You and your 50%. Nice. You totally destroying the point of the whole 3 pi system.
Yeah, because it had a point to begin with.
Yeah, pretty much. I think of it a little bit higher, so I'm going to give it a
4 pi over 2 out of 3 pi.
You bastard. I'm going to give it, just to piss you off, a 6.
A 6.
A 6.
A 6 out of 3 pi. Okay. So, very good, very good. How many times better than Steins Gate is it?
Like any anime that isn't Steins Gate, infinite.
Okay, you believe it is infinitely better than Steins Gate. I'm going to say it is 100 times better, which is fairly
Probably about 300-400 times better.
yeah, fairly conservative values. Okay, so No Game, No Life has both mildly intrigued and somewhat turned me off. But we'll see what happens after episode 2.
Yeah, I mean, it might be all game, no life.
It might be all life, no game.
Yep. No, sounds good. Carlos and Dave signing off.
Yeah, we signed the off.
Carlos and Dave Anime Rave, episode 2 and potentially 3 of No Game, No Life.
Man, you know what'll sell some copies of this? Take that little 11-year-old piece of ass and just show those panty shots all day. Throw some lingerie on her while we're at it.
Yeah, that sounds how this show got made.
Yep, pretty much. Let's dive right in.
I guess. Let's do this then. Yes, it is weird.
Slightly strange.
Just slightly?
Just slightly.
Just remind me, but have we been given any reason as to why they're like this other than they're like this?
No, not yet.
No family circumstances, no mental issues, just this is just how they are.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, just wanted to make sure I didn't miss something that would make me give a fuck.
このチャンスを逃したら一生彼女ができないかもというコンプレックスが判断を鈍らせたというのかこの俺がバカだこの俺がそんな店を彼女いらないって
We're not getting to episode 3.
No, how do you know that? So far, we've been just regaled in exceptional storytelling and crafty plot twists, the likes of which would make even the original Matrix buckle under the weight of its own inherent flaws, consistent with
Yeah.
Stop. Can we please stop? That's enough. That's enough, Dave. That's enough. We have been sitting here for, 10 minutes, listening to this jackass of a protagonist talk about his brilliant plan, and this jackass of a
Dumbass
character talking about her plan, and now I'm supposed to suddenly believe that she has feelings for him for no fucking reason at all, because of this stupid, ridiculous bullshit he just espoused about making a mistake and thinking he'd never have a girlfriend again, and being in love with his little sister who's like 11, but not being able to meet his sexual needs with her. No.
コンプレックスが判断を鈍らせたというのかこの俺がバカだこの俺がそんな店を違うんですよこれは私ではないですかノーステ
Okay, no, I'm good.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, folks.
No.
We'll mix this in with another episode. Yeah, wow.
Okay, just for the record, we made it 10 minutes, 21 seconds into episode 2, and, you know, as much as I like to hear you saying no and suffering, no! Fucking no.
It's,
Characters are... They do not have the right to act like this point in the series. They have not set up characters that make us give a fuck. especially Big Boob McGee there, who all of a sudden comes out and everything you just said. Holy fuck! Final thing, Carlos.
Final thing.
So
you can't even English properly anymore.
No. Art is okay. Nothing great. Nothing bad.
It's pretty.
Out of 3 pie.
I don't think it's fair to give it a review out of 3 pie since we had to stop. But I will say this. We had to stop.
We didn't stop in Steins Gate.
No, but I asked you repeatedly if we could stop. I wasn't joking.
I know, but your torment was still keeping me alive.
I maintain that since we did stop, that I cannot give it a rating out of 3 pie.
Fair enough.
This is no contest. I can merely say I absolve myself.
Not a fan. Not continuing. We're done.
Yes.
And this is not one that we're coming back to ever all of a sudden.
No game, no life.
Game over, man. Game over.
Game over. Continue. 9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Game over. Fatality. Whatever. We're done.